the season of change. Change can be good and change could be bad. I love the weather that the fall change brings. I love the wintertime. I love when we don't get snow a lot, but I love it when we get snow. We haven't had snow in 2 years. So I think if this year, we're looking like we're not going to get some, I'm going to chase some. I'm going to have to get a cabin in the mountains or something. But I love that change. I love the change into spring when it starts getting light outside and it's not dark at 4:30. I love that change. The beginning of summer is kind of fun for me because I love thunderstorms, and we get some really good thunderstorms in June and July. But after about the 4th of July, it's tough for me. That change I don't like. We've seen a lot of change in, the tobacco worlds. I'm gonna tell you, it's been a really depressing year so far for me, and my kids are grown. I'm getting older. I'm starting to, live that midlife crisis kind of way, wanting to go out and buy a Corvette or something, which is not going to happen. But we're seeing a lot of change politically, which I think a lot of this change is going to be really good. Don't know where you stand. I'm really excited about the change. And I don't get political on my channel at all, but I'm excited for the change. But we've also got some good news this week and some bad news this week. And the tobacco world's starting to change. I heard about the STG fiasco that's going on. Not a lot of people are out there talking about it right now because they really don't know what to believe. And I was around for the McClellan when they shut the doors. It was just like overnight the doors are shut, and a lot of people are still trying to figure out what this means for us. And I think I know that you need to check out the Pipes Magazine radio show tomorrow. It's Tuesday on his podcast, Brian Levine, at 8 o'clock Eastern. I think Brian's going to kind of enlighten us as much as he can, but I think it'll be good to listen to that and where tobacco goes from here. But, I'm smoking one of my favorite non-McClellan, probably my favorite that's available is Capstan Blue, the Flake cut. And I'm not saying it's 2020 and we're out of toilet paper and we got to hoard everything. I'm not saying that. But I have made sure that I have enough Capstan to last me. But it's just a scary time, and my opinion, I just don't see the tobacco situation getting any better right now. There's going to be new fads that come around, but tobacco's been around for a long time, and it's gotten a bad rap because of the cigarette. Really, the 50, 60-year history of cigarettes have really killed the tobacco industry. That's just my opinion. But will McBaron go away? Will Sutliff go away? I mean, what's going to be the focus? And I really don't know that it's going to be pipe tobacco because, unfortunately, there's not a lot of us out there anymore. So one of the reasons that I joined the YTBC and pipe smoking in general was to grow the hobby because it was a nostalgia for me. It was, just something that we could pass on from generation to generation. My grandfather, my father-in-law, who is still living, praise the Lord for that, still smokes a pipe. And I just absolutely, there's nothing better than sitting with a friend. I've met up with a good bit of friends and smoked pipes with them. Hobbit and Piper's one that, if you haven't seen that video in Winston-Salem, something I will never forget. Sharing a bowl with Hobbit, and more than one bowl, I think. We shared 2 or 3, but just something I will never forget. Sitting and smoking with my father-in-law, I will never forget. Unfortunately, I was not smoking pipes when my grandfather was still alive, so I never really got to actually share a pipe with him, technically. But just sharing a pipe, that's just amazing. I mean, are we moving into where people are going to start growing their own stuff, if they can? Or are they going to start sourcing, like, leaf-only tobacco kind of stuff and blending their own? Because, STG really controls a lot of the people's blending tobaccos. When McClelland went away, Sutliff was the place to go to and get your stuff. Cornell and Deal is still there. I don't know that I can see them closing their doors anytime soon. I don't foresee that, but you never know what's going to be around the corner. And I think it's important that we just pass on what we can. And I think it's a good idea to make sure, if everything just ceased, what would you do? I mean, have you got enough to last you? Which is really not really the goal that I have, not just to last me, but to last others as well. That can be passed on. So it's change can be good and change can be bad. What this means, I don't know. I'm going to tune in tomorrow night, Tuesday. I believe I don't know what the date is, but Tuesday, maybe the 18th, 19th, I don't know, of November 2024, of the Pipes Magazine podcast, because I know that Brian Levine's going to be talking about it. And maybe he can give us a little more insight, whether it's really going to lead to more speculation. I don't know. I know he has more inside information than I do. But again, change can be scary. Change can be good. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy my cap stand. I've got another few tins coming, but I will be set for probably the rest of my life the way as far as much as I smoke. I will have it plenty. Still got plenty of McClelland. I got plenty of the Esotericas I love. Coalhouse and Cop, I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't see them going away anytime soon. But you never know. What is your go-to brand right now? Is it Cornell and Deal? If you're a huge Cornell and Deal fan, I would feel the least amount of pressure as far as Cornell and Deal go. But those others, I mean, where are we going to go from here? I don't see, unfortunately, I just don't see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So, well, I hope you all have a great week, and I hope to see you next week. Thanksgiving's coming up. Looking forward to that. Till then, God bless everybody. That was my cheesy ending.